A.J. Dillon is quickly becoming a mainstay in the Packers offense. He's creating 2.4 yards after contact per attempt, displays great vision, has shown that he's impactful in the pass game, and is a versatile gap and zone scheme runner. Dillon's one-cut, physical style of running has been a problem for teams over the last month. While a lot of people might not think of bigger backs as being zone runners, Dillon is more than capable of fitting in the Packers' zone-based run game. On outside zone, running backs aim for the ghost tight end. What that means is that they have to aim for where the tight end would be, whether there is a tight end or not. The main difference on wide zone, on the other hand, is that the running back will take a tighter track to the inside leg of the tackle. That creates less of an emphasis on getting outside, but still gets horizontal flow from the defense. The back must stay on their track for 3 steps. That's how long they have to read the defense and decide where they're going to cut. In outside zone and wide zone, running backs read outside in on the first level defenders. In this case, A.J. Dillon is reading Marcus Golden on the edge before shifting inside to number 94, Zach Allen, at the defensive tackle spot. On his third step, A.J. Dillon has diagnosed that Golden is holding the edge, and Dillon now knows that he will not be going outside. At that point, he's shifting his eyes inside to determine the leverage of the tackle. With the tackle also leveraging outside, Dillon has 2 more steps to cut off of the block by his center. By pressing his track to the outside for his first 3 steps, Dillon has forced the linebacker to come up and fit to the play side. That creates a cutback lane off the center's block, and Dillon plows ahead for a gain of 5 yards. Outside zone rarely actually gets outside, but because of the track of the running back, it allows them to accelerate and stress the edge if the defense spikes or loses contain. That's what's happening here as the defensive end spikes inside. As soon as Dillon sees that, he knows he's going to stay on his track and force the defense to tackle him at an angle. While the Packers and A.J. Dillon average a whole 1.5 yards less when running from shotgun, the same rules apply if he's lined up in a sidecar position. He still has his 3 steps to decide, he still has to take that outside track, and he still has 5 steps to make his cut. What's made Dillon so impactful as a runner is his body control and vision. That's a 247-pound man that's going from a dead sprint outside to planing and getting vertical within 2 steps. That's the power of outside zone, too. If you have backs that are disciplined and efficient with their feet and their track, linebackers can overflow, and that forces the defense to tackle at an angle instead of head-on. For a guy that has the power that A.J. Dillon has, that allows for the 2.4 yards after contact to be created. He's simply not going down with an arm tackle, and he's not being stopped by any third-level defender in the NFL. While running out of shotgun is functional, there are some drawbacks to it, and the Packers have paid for running out of the gun on a number of times and short down and distances. For some reason, they love third down runs from shotgun. Especially when running outside zone or wide zone, running while offset to the quarterback forces the running back's hips to be pointed towards the sideline and not downhill. You can see an example of that here. On A.J. Dillon's third step in both outside zone from under center and from shotgun, there's a drastic difference between the direction of his hips. As a result, that reduces his ability to more smoothly transition into being a north and south runner. Running from shotgun gives a little bit better vision, but blocks have to be sustained a little longer, and it changes the hips of the running back. The Packers will predominantly run zone with Dillon, but they'll also sprinkle in some guard H counter as a change of pace. Instead of conventional counter where the guard and tackle are pulling, GH counter uses the guard and the H back. That H takes the spot of the tackle and wraps through the kick out from the guard. Dillon's a very disciplined runner, so he's a natural fit for gap scheme runs like counter and duo. Green Bay will add wrinkles like switching the roles, cutting instead of kicking out, or bringing the wrapping player from different spots on the field. Ultimately, though, it's all the same thing, just dressed up to look slightly different. A.J. Dillon is a great runner, but he's also shown consistent hands in the passing game. The Packers have dialed up a number of screens for him, but he also runs Texas routes, seams, or flares. Some of the catches he's made are not easy ones either, especially for a guy that's as big as he is. He's had to high point catches, pluck balls off the ground, and has made out-of-frame catches on a consistent basis. It's just one extra layer for defenses to have to defend and worry about. A.J. Dillon is eating into Aaron Jones' touches for a reason. He has all the vision you want out of a zone runner, the physicality and short yardage ability of a bigger back, and soft hands on the perimeter. With Aaron Jones going down for a couple weeks with an MCL sprain, don't expect the Packers to get away from their zone and boot game. Dillon is dangerous with the ball in his hands, maybe not to score on a long touchdown, but he will definitely ruin a defender's day. Hey guys, I appreciate you watching all the way through. Make sure you drop a comment. Let me know someone, a scheme, idea, person who you want to see broken down here in the future. I'm also releasing a speaking football course that goes over the basics of the language of football, what techniques are, what alignments are. So if you're interested in that, check out the link in the description.